Hi there, I'm Florence Leung, president and founder of PureFX. Let me tell you a little bit about what my business does. It's an online currency exchange that aims to save people up to 80% compared to them going to a bank to exchange. Now, I come from a background with a BCom from UBC, and when I started PureFX, I did not have 1 day of experience in the financial industry. It all worked out pretty good. I went on to hire different types of employees, contractors, and spent about 8 months in development. We then commercialized the system in June of 2009. Since then, it has transacted multi-millions, which makes me very happy as the owner. And right now, I'm actually working to sell the company for a couple different reasons. The first one being that I feel PureFX as a small online competitor would benefit a lot from leveraging the infrastructure of a larger company. And secondly, I feel like as an entrepreneur, I'm ready to build another company. That's a phase that I enjoy the most. And when you start to run and build your own business, you'll find out as well that you run a certain phase of the company. Some people are fit for building the initial phase, creating the idea, and others are very fit for growing and expanding the business and taking it to the next level. I was asked to talk a little bit about how to approach VCs. Let's imagine this. Let's say you're on the street, somebody approaches you and tells you, you know what, I have the world's best idea and I want to share it with you. You listen to it and you're a little bit skeptical, so you ask them, well, can you show me what you've done so far? And the person tells you, well, you know what, it's just a concept right now, it's just an idea, but if you gave me, say, $5 million, I could definitely make sure that I can show you a little bit of the results. Tell me now, which of you in the room are going to say yes to this proposal? This person here tells you they have an idea, they want your money, and we're not talking about $5, we're talking about $5 million. Now, this is what a lot of VCs experience on a day-to-day basis when they have people pitching to them. So try standing in their shoes. And the next time you approach a VC, just make sure you have some sort of traction. And what do I mean by traction? It means have the idea prototyped so they can at least see what the final result could look like. Have customers so they know that besides just you and themselves, somebody else out there in the world is willing to pay out of pocket for it. This is the most important because a business without profits probably is not the best business idea you should be pursuing. And on sharing a couple different lessons that I've learned as an entrepreneur, I would say there are a few key to-dos and a few things that I've learned not to do. The first thing is cash flow is king. End of story. And the reason that is because a lot of startups fail because of liquidity problems. They run out of money to pay their employees or to pay their contractors or vendors. They just run out of cash because they haven't been managing it very well. So if you're the type that can't manage your own finances, get a part-time CFO or somebody that actually knows the numbers really well and knows how to manage it. The other thing is you need to realize that you're not going to get it right the first time. Your first business might still be really successful, but starting out, you are going to have to make a few mistakes in order for you to learn and to get to a place where you can be successful. The reason I say this is whenever I talk to other startup business owners, they would tell me that, well, when I first developed the prototype, not everybody wanted it, or their target market didn't want it. Now, this is a problem, which is why you should really go and listen to your customers, because they will tell you a little bit, gain a little insight into what they will pay for. And that's what you should be building, not something that you feel is very cool, because then you would be the only one paying for it. You want the other customers out there to be paying for it in millions and millions and millions of dollars, so that it makes you, as a business owner, and the VC that has invested into your business very happy. Third thing that you should do or learn to do is suck it up. Nothing really beats hard work, and it will take you a longer time than you had anticipated to build the business that you want. The reason that is anyone that owns a business feels like they're putting out fires every day, and that delays the progression of other more important things. So, as an entrepreneur, you also need to know how to prioritize things that need to get done and also spend some time putting out the important fires in your business. And a couple things that you should not do, and to myself, I say I would never do, is to owe your employees' salary. And it's not just an admin problem, as you might think it is. I know it's also a legal problem, but the main point is I was talking to a friend that works in a startup business, and he had only heard his boss say the words, "Miss Accountant, please put together an Excel document that shows our cash flow position." And the other event was that he was being owed salary for about 2 weeks. He now tells me that he thinks his company is sinking. So is it really just an admin problem and you feel like, well, it's no biggie to owe somebody salary for a couple of days, maybe a week? Well, it says much more than that to your employees. And the other thing you're going to have to accept is that your employees don't think like you. I started out hoping that my employees would take ownership of the company, feel like that they're a big part of its growth. But it's really, really hard unless you have in place the right incentives, because only you, as a boss and owner of the business, would walk in every day thinking, how much money is coming through the door every day? You want to know what your employees are thinking? Well, you've worked in an employee's position before, and what are you thinking? You're thinking, well, what do I want to eat today after work? Where should I hang out over the weekend? Who do I want to spend time with on Saturday or on Sunday? And when's the hockey game on? Should I grab a 6-pack of beer when I'm heading home? Those rank higher on the priority list than how much money is coming in through the door every day to your employees. So you would need to think of creative ways to make them incentivized to align with whatever you're trying to achieve. If it's more customers, then give them a bonus if they get X number of new accounts within a 3-month period. If you're trying to get more revenues, let's say, I don't know, $10,000 more, then give them a bonus based on that. It just has to be created so that it aligns both of your interests in the business. And the third thing is never forget your competition. I'm very, very, very surprised by the amount of people that forget there are competitors out there. And VCs, when they are hearing new pitches for new ideas, they would often hear that, well, there are no competitors in the space. The market is untapped. And when I hear this now, I really do feel like an internal laugh coming on. And I'm sure the VCs feel the same way. You need to understand what your competitors are doing and keep on top of things, because you don't want to be reacting. You want to be the one that's taking the proactive action so that your competitors are the ones reacting to your brilliant marketing strategies. I hope that the information I've provided is what you are looking for in terms of what it's like in the life of an entrepreneur and how you should be approaching VCs when you have an initial new idea. Just make things happen and just do. I feel like that once you get out there and start doing stuff instead of theorizing on a whiteboard or a blackboard, things happen a lot faster because you're making mistakes, you're making adjustments, and you're making progress. Now, just to field one question for the panel that we always get, that would be, how's work-life balance? To me, work-life balance, if you want to get there faster, then work harder. Work hard and work smart, and there really is no other way around it. Plus, if you love what you do, then you wouldn't really feel like you're working at all. Enjoy the rest of the conference and just get out there and make things happen. Cheers.